We are the Wisco Wanderers. Ready to hike?
I'm ready.
Good morning, everyone. Uncle Buck here, day 7. Gonna be
day 7.
going first over Raven Rock Mountain, heading towards Raven Rock Shelter. We're hoping to either do a 6-mile or a 10-mile day, depending on how things go.
There's a 2-mile rock scramble at between miles 4 and 6, and we've heard that that's pretty challenging, and that's why we don't know how much energy we'll have left after we get that done.
Yeah, we've got, right now, Deb's pack usually weighs about the same every day, but mine is now fully loaded with supplies for 4 days. And we're full of water, so we've got our packs about as heavy as they get. So it's going to take some energy out of our legs also, because the first thing we got to do is uphill. All right. Anything else?
Yep. I want to just give a shout out to the Cobblestone Hotel. That's where we stayed last night, and I got a great night's sleep. And had some breakfast this morning before we left. And when we arrived yesterday, the woman there was just so accommodating and helpful with getting us oriented, and I don't know, she was just wonderful. So great appreciation for Cobblestone Hotel.
One other thing, happy birthday, Michaela Michael.
We love you.
Michaela is, I maybe shouldn't want her age said, so I won't. Michael's 21, so party up, Michael. No don't. Chances, yeah, Mom. So anyways, have fun, you guys, on your birthdays, and we'll see you. Miss you, and hopefully we'll see you in a handful of months, and we'll have a party then. All right, bye.
Bye. Can you say switchbacks?
Pretty steep right out of the gate this morning. Rained last night, so if there's leaves on the rocks, it's pretty sweaty. Pretty slippery, I meant, not sweaty. So just got to take our time, and we'll get up it. It's going better than I thought it was going to go. After having about a day and a half off and a full pack of food, I thought it was going to be a real struggle to get to the top. But we're not too far off, and it's gone pretty well. Well, it looks like we made it to the top of this first mountain. Wasn't too bad, felt really good. And there's lilac in front of me. It's a beautiful morning, hardly a breeze. Temperatures are cool, but not cold. Feeling pretty good.
So the trail now is pretty cruisy. Feels good to be all the way up the hill. I think the first time I videotaped and said it's pretty steep and we're almost to the top. Yeah, we were about a third of the way maybe. Yeah, this is nice, but look at that pretty tree out in the middle of nowhere. So beautiful. Here's Papa coming up behind me. So here's our rock scramble. Papa's being careful. No? Okay. So the thing about the rock scramble is that when you don't have the pack on your back, it's not so challenging, but the pack really disrupts your center of gravity. So navigating with that change just feels very more precarious.
Yeah, Deb and I found some other flip-flop hikers from Virginia. They don't have trail names yet, but we've enjoyed their company, talking. The wife is a traveling nurse, working in Virginia, originally from Pennsylvania. Haven't gotten any information about the husband yet, but you know me, I'll be working on it. Alrighty, enough for now.
Okay, so this is our equipment essential moment. We are in the midst of our rock scramble and we're talking about our walking sticks. And so I just wanted to give you a little demo here. These are my walking sticks and I love them. They have 2 different places where I can alter the height. And the nice part is that they're marked with measurement numbers so that I can put them at exactly the same height, making sure that they're both the same. And I also know like what are my normal settings. So like for me on a normal kind of cruisy walk, I set them at 110. But when we're going uphill, I set them shorter. And when we're going downhill, I set them at a longer length. But these are absolutely essential because especially with my pack, I find that I am off balance. And so it helps me to maintain my balance as I'm crawling around on these rocks with the extra 30 pounds on my back. So I'll just show you really quick how mine work. You lift up on this little latch and then you just push them in to whatever length, or if you're closing them out for the day, they lock up like that and then they're much smaller. This one would collapse to here, so it'd be about this long when it's collapsed. But I think I had it at 110. Is that right? Yep, 110. Okay, so I'm gonna put that back. And then it just latches right into position. Now Dan's are not quite like that. He has a different brand and he can show you his in a minute. But the other thing I wanted to show you is that it has handle straps and they tell you to put your hands in down like this. Because if you were to fall, you don't want the strap to pull on your wrist because that would snap your wrist. So when you fall, if your hands are in the straps correctly, it's not going to cause further injury to your wrists. So the other thing I'll point out is that you can get different size, I don't know, what do you call these things? These are the round
I'm not sure.
at the bottom.
You get bigger ones if you're in snow.
Yeah.
So they don't go deep into the snow.
When you look at Dan's, you'll see he's got bigger ones on. But anyway, mine, right now,
mine.
My sticks do not have also the rubber at the bottom. If you look at Dan's, his are ready for this heavy duty rock with this rubber tab.
Yep. Better the rubber tips for rock
instead of the metal
slide
right
slips.
It will slip on the rocks, but I was telling Uncle Buck that I try really hard to make sure that my sticks are going into dirt instead of landing on rock. In the rock scramble, it's a little bit challenging, but I feel like I get better support and control over my balance when I can stick them into ground. So that's why I don't have my plastic things on the bottom. I don't have the rubber covers like he's got. Mine are just little plastic covers. So that's about it for my walking sticks. They're very valuable and I love them.
Just that extra note, her clamping style locking mechanism is the preferred type of locking the length of the pole into place. Mine are more of a twist until they tighten, and they're fine, and I haven't had any problems with them, but experts say that they wear out quicker. So you'll usually see less expensive models of walking sticks with the twist, and you'll have more expensive poles with the clamp mechanism. So yeah, but very valuable today on this rock scramble. We've been at it. We'll probably be at it for 2.5 hours to go 2 miles. We're going to be ready for a break when we get to the park that we're coming into in the next town. Alrighty. UB and Pure Beauty out. Oh, by the way, I'm giving up on the lilac. I just can't do it. It's Pure Beauty.
So one last little thing about my walking sticks that I really love is they have these hand grips that are with cork, and they're just so comfortable. My hands never get tired of holding them, and they're also, I don't know if you can really see very well, but they're formed to shape the grip of my fingers, and then in the back they actually have some vents. So it's just very comfortable. to hold on to them, and I don't ever get tired. My fingers don't get crampy or whatever. I don't know. I really like them.
My cheaper poles, less expensive, have hard plastic, and they do have the shape of, or the curvature of a hand, so that they have, but the sweat just kind of just runs down the, I don't know, it's just not as comfortable as cork. So yeah, if you're gonna get some walking poles, cork, handles, and the fasteners, the latches.
And consider getting yourself a pair of rubber covers for rock scrambles.
A lot of poles come with them, but some
Mine
don't.
didn't, but...
Yep. All right.
Anyway.
Pure Beauty and you be out.
I just wanted to show you a little bit more of the kinds of trail we're doing. This is amidst our rock scramble. Look at the moss. Isn't this cool? It's just everywhere, and it's so green, all different shades of green. Anyways, Daniel's getting way ahead of me because I'm taking pictures and videotaping and loving it. Also, the challenge of the rock scramble. I feel a little more off balance, I think, than he does. It looks painted on, but no. It's like a layer of quartz or something stuck right in the middle of a limestone rock. It looks like a fairy tale path.
Hey, Lilac.
It looks like we're coming into Penmar Park, but I haven't seen a sign.
Yeah, this has got to be it.
I would think so. It looks like we have ourselves a nice shelter right there. Nice place to sit in the shade. Another shelter up there. A couple of bathroom places. I think we're golden. So now we're going downhill and feeling pretty cruisy at this point, and we're almost out of water, so we're looking for a water source. River crossing. We have a nice bridge. Isn't that nice? All right, my turn. Here we go. You have to see what this looks like. It is so cool. Any words? No words?
No words.
So here looking down from the bridge. Awesome. And now we go up.
Hi there, Uncle Buck. End of day 8. And Pure Beauty. I tried calling her.
I thought it was day 7.
Is it day 7?
I think it's day 7.
Oh, I stand corrected. So anyways, I've been trying to call her Lilac, and it just is not working for me. So I'm going back to Pure Beauty. So anyways, that's the way it's going to be. How did the day go for you, Miss Pure Beauty?
Fantastic. This was the best day I think it's the best day we've had so far. We went like 10.3 miles. We definitely had some ups and downs. We had that rock scramble that was making us so nervous. And I think it's because one of the people that we watch on video fell on his face and ended up with stitches and 2 broken teeth. And so we were cognizant of the idea that we didn't want that to happen to us. So we wanted to make sure we had time and energy to be careful.
I think the only tough part for me was about from 1 to 3. It probably had the peak temperature of the day, and we were in the sun in the area where we were hiking. It was all uphill during that 1 to 3, and so it was. We were drinking water like crazy. In fact, as we were approaching the next water source that we could draw water out of, we had run dry.
And that would be 4 liters of water.
Yeah,
that we drank.
And just so you know, we didn't want to have a lot of water when we climbed that hill because water weighs a lot and it makes it more difficult. So we actually kind of planned to run out just as we got to the source. But we ran out even faster than we planned because we were pretty thirsty with that heat and going vertical. Anyways, we're here all by ourselves at the Deer Lick shelters.
And it's not raining, but it is getting a little bit buggy out. And so it's just easier to be in the tent where the bugs can't get at me, for sure.
Yeah, once again, they don't seem to like me at all.
I don't know.
I don't know what it is. But
I get all bit up sometimes if I'm not careful. So I'm trying to be careful so I'm not miserable.
So tomorrow, day 8, is going to be a very similar distance, just a few tenths of a mile shorter, so 10 point something. But the difference is we will not be doing as much ascending and descending. Still, there will be some, but it won't be nearly as much as today was. And then kind of getting our ducks in a row for the weekend, because the weekend here in Pennsylvania, southern Pennsylvania, near Gettysburg, is calling for rain, pretty steady, sometimes heavy, from Saturday afternoon, evening through Sunday. So
I'm wondering if it's the same storm that came through Wisconsin just a
could have been
earlier this week.
Yeah. So we're looking to get off trail on Saturday at some point and get into a hotel in a neighboring town. I've got the number of the shuttle driver, so him and I will. The thing I need is a cell phone connection right now where we're at. It's real spotty. I can't get a phone call out or a text message even. So somewhere along the line where we're walking tomorrow, we're going to have to hope that we get some cell signal so we can call that shuttle driver and get things ironed out for the weekend. But otherwise, today was really warm, beautiful day. And tomorrow, they're calling for a possible chance of rain, but kind of iffy. Friday looks gorgeous. So we want to walk at least through to Saturday morning, midday, something like that.
So one more highlight for today. We did cross over from Maryland into Pennsylvania.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. We crossed the official Mason Dixon line. And so
I can't remember what that means exactly, but I know it's kind of south versus north, the line.
That's what it means.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was established, I think, during the time of the Civil War. But,
all
Mason
right.
Dixon line.
Anything else, Pure Beauty?
I don't think so. The only other thing I will tell you is I was a little intimidated about Pennsylvania because other hikers call it Rocksylvania because there are so many rocks. So there were a lot of rocks toward the end of Maryland, for sure.
I think the beginning of the first third of Pennsylvania isn't actually rocky like that.
Oh, really?
It's the last 2/3 that's gets nasty. So, it's hard on the feet. So, especially a couple of youngsters like us. So,
that have never ever had any problems.
No. All right. See you later. You be out.
Good night.